let's just fix that. Okay, I think we're gonna fun bun this one. A real intense space bun, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about something that is close to me. I personally deal with the feeling of being overwhelmed and stressed out very easily. Usually it goes from stressed to overwhelmed to anxiety to what I like to call the hermit crab, which is when I don't leave bed or the couch and I cover myself up in every blanket until there's nothing but like a little nose or mouth hole for me to breathe, and I become mentally incapable of doing anything. Hermit crab Lina is not a fun time. She's kind of a downer, and we like to keep her at bay because when she decides to come visit, she usually hangs out for a while and is hard to get rid of. So I thought we could talk about mental health a little bit, and I wanted to share with you some tools, and if you deal with seasonal sadness or anxiety or depression, or you're just in a rut or whatever, these are some things that have worked for me and maybe could help you. And I 100% plan on using in the future. So the past couple years of me living in Idaho, I've gone through a few winters now, and I find that every winter is kind of the same when it comes to my mental and emotional state. It's shitty. After a lot of trial and error of trying different things and watching videos on the internet and hours of TED Talks and scrolling through Pinterest quotes and, you know, positive phrases and things of that nature, these are the things that I keep coming back to that work. With that being said, let's do it. First thing that always helps me, and it's not something monumental by any means, it's a hot shower. I love scalding hot showers that feel like they're melting my skin off. I take a hot shower at least once a day, but it's not bathing every time. I do like every other day, like I bathe, guys. The hot shower is not meant for that. I just like being in like I call it a dragon egg, where it's just like this closed off, warm space where you're by yourself and you can just breathe. For me, it helps with my chronic pain, and so that's another reason I get in there, because it just kind of helps me chill out. And normally I take these hot showers. I use my dragon eggs right before I go to bed. That way I get the best sleep possible because I'm all zenned out and relaxed. There's something about physically rinsing off the day that just helps me kind of come back to reality and feel more balanced in my brain and soul and body. And yeah, okay, moving on. The second thing that keeps the hermit crab at bay is this magical little thing. This is a journal I got, so it actually is just, it's not an agenda, but I use it as an agenda. It's just lined paper. I use it to kind of outline my day. I go day by day, week by week, and I just kind of outline what it is that I want to get done that day and check it off as I go. I cannot tell you how much establishing a routine for myself in that little book has helped my mental state. As a functioning 23-year-old adult, you wake up, you go to work, you come home and go to bed and do it all over again. And running errands, getting groceries, buying toilet paper, all of those things that stack up stress and the feeling of being overwhelmed, they do stack up. And when they do, they kind of tend to all bunch together at once, and then you just give up on functioning. If that's something that you struggle with as well, the feeling of being overwhelmed by adulting and responsibility of being an adult and all of the things that come with it. I highly recommend getting a journal or an agenda of some kind and utilizing it. It doesn't have to be rigid. Mine is not hour by hour. I block mine out in chunks of time that I know I'm gonna have throughout the day. So in the morning, I have it blocked out from the time I wake up to the time I either go to the gym or take Nick to work or relax. I block out that time block, and then I will block out the next time block. And they're anywhere from an hour to sometimes 4 hours of time in the day. And then within that block, I'll write down the things I would like to get done or need to get done in that time. And I bought myself a bunch of different colored pens so that it's more fun for me, just because I'm a artsy, creative, weirdo freak, and having multiple colors is just, one, makes it more fun for me to make my week, and it's more pleasant to look at, and it doesn't feel so administrative. So plan it however you want, organize it however you want, but I really recommend using one. Take the liberty to spread your week out and your events and your responsibilities out as you need to, and you can change them up. It doesn't have to be the same every day, but just having it written down on paper, writing it out with a pen, and being able to give yourself the freedom to move around your responsibilities to a place where they fit best for you to handle them is okay. And it helps you just kind of feel more in control and more balanced and just happier, dog. The third thing is movement and fuel. There are days that I have assigned for myself to go to the gym, and I really enjoy weightlifting. Now, there are times when I'm not feeling like doing a lot, but you still move. Just move. Whether that's going to the gym, or if that's just taking your dog outside to go to the bathroom for a second, or, you know, taking your dog for a walk. Do stretching, or even running errands, getting out of the house for an hour just to go window shopping. You're moving and you're not sitting stagnant. I find that physically avoiding being stagnant in whatever way you can really helps get your brain out of the rut feeling, like you're stuck in a rut, or boredom, or just like that you're not doing something and not being productive, and then you beat yourself up because you didn't do anything that day or whatever. But if you're actively moving and getting your blood flowing in some regard, it helps. With that comes fuel. When it comes to food, this is what I have found to be true when helping myself. Odd sentence, but we're moving on. Limiting junk food, as hard as it is and as cliche as it sounds, works. Now I say limit because I'm not a barbarian. I like In-N-Out Burger. I like chocolate and gummy bears and brownies and Dutch Bros. I like junk food, okay? It's delicious, and I'm not gonna feel ashamed about it. However, I am going to limit the amount that I take in. Being conscious of how much junk food you're taking in and when, making it feel like a real treat to yourself, and not just being like, I'm gonna treat myself because I went to the gym and now I can eat a whole pizza. No, but there are nights I'm playing video games and I want a pack of gummy bears. I'm gonna eat a pack of gummy bears. I want that brownie after we just had a really nice date. We had a nice time. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to have the treats that you enjoy every now and then. Understand that, yeah, you're human and you're gonna want treats every now and then. So have the treat every now and then. That's fine. Just don't go overboard. The other thing that I have found to really make me feel good about myself is home cooking meals. Now, I'm not a culinary expert. My Instant Pot is my home cooked, okay? My air fryer is my home cooked. If I gotta stir it at least once, it's home cooked. That's rule of thumb. I've come to really appreciate, I haven't quite gotten to the enjoy cooking part because I don't enjoy the cleanup, but I've come to appreciate what cooking a healthy, nutritious, intentional meal for yourself, what that can do for you emotionally. It just wakes up like all 5 senses, because you gotta smell it, you gotta look at it, make sure it's not burnt, you gotta taste it to make sure it tastes right, you gotta feel the heat coming off of the skillet or whatever. You know, it just awakens your body, and it is a physical experience. It's something that you're doing for yourself or for others, which makes it even better. And then you get to reap the reward, and you get to eat it, and you get to feel good about yourself, and it's a great time. Find the flavors that you really like or that you and your family really enjoy and stick with it. I use the same 6 seasonings and sauces, unless I'm feeling real spicy one day and I want to try making like a coconut curry thing. But just stick with what you like, what's delicious, what you know you're gonna eat, and then experiment every now and then to try and find something else. Take care of yourself. Feed your body. The next little mental health tip is cleaning, purging, and organizing. And that all kind of goes into one thing. This has radically changed my life. Yeah. That's stretching it like a little far, but I mean, it has radically changed me as a person. Here's how it works. You clean. Go write it in your journal, plan it out for a time block of a couple hours that you're gonna dedicate to cleaning this space. Start with getting rid of all the trash in the room. Gather it all up, take it all out, dump it. If it's garbage, it needs to go. Take your Clorox wipes, take your Windex, grab your vacuum, your broom, and clean. And wipe down surfaces, dust the entertainment center, you know what I'm saying? Windex the mirror in your room or the bathroom or whatever. Light a candle, burn some incense, get a little wallflower thing from Bath and Body Works. It's so lovely to go into a space and it's just not nasty. And let me tell you, cleaning is not my favorite thing in the world. I actually quite do not enjoy it at all. But I have come to appreciate, again, how it makes me feel when I go into a space that is clean. Therefore, I will clean twice a month. I'm telling myself that now, and I'm going to write it down in my journal as soon as this is done. It's time for the fun part. This part I actually do enjoy, and it's purging. Getting rid of shit. Designate a space for a purpose, and now go through all of the shit that you have in this space, okay? If it doesn't fit the need of the space, or if you haven't seen or touched that item in like a year, get rid of it or move it to the designated space that it's supposed to be in. Like, this is my office creative space. I'm not gonna have my fuzzy, warm, cuddly blankets in here. That is for the living room where I vegetable. I personally don't have a huge issue with getting rid of stuff. I don't have a hard time throwing out like old clothes or old makeup. Books, I just I donated a bunch of books that I have already read and don't need anymore. The bathroom, you know, those half-empty bottles of like lotion that just lay around, and you have another bottle of lotion that you like the smell of anyway. Just get rid of the half bottle of lotion, just get rid of it. It's taking up space. She doesn't need to be there. Getting rid of clutter and things that are just kind of taking up space, it just takes like this weird weight off of your shoulders, and you're able to just like, you know what I mean? If you have a hard time with parting with things, which is totally okay, I get it. I had a hard time with some of my clothes that were really cute, but I haven't worn in a very long time. Look into the Sparks Joy method. It's all over the internet and all over YouTube. Research it, dive into it. It's really useful, and I did use it quite a lot when I was purging through the house. And do a little bit at a time. You don't have to do it all in one day. I'm still working on this room. So take your time, but do it. I think you'll like how you feel when there's not all this nasty junk collecting dust around you. The last part that goes into this process is organizing, which is pretty self-explanatory. Give it a home. When you're done using said item, put it back in its home. That's it. This is a big struggle for me with laundry. I hang everything up immediately after I'm done using it. So like if I were to change or something out of this tank top and into a different shirt, this tank top, instead of going on the floor or on my bed like I usually would do, I make myself put it on a hanger and put it away and put on the new outfit and then go. I don't have to worry about doing it tomorrow because it's already done, and it keeps that hermit crab and overwhelming feeling away. If you are organized, you're set. So congratulations. So this is the last tip I have for improving your mental health, your emotional state, your well-being as a human. I think that personally, this is the most important. Pursue your passions. Pursue your passions, man. You gotta fill your cup up. If you pour into other containers, other glasses, it's gonna empty. Science, wow. The same goes for us as people. If you're constantly pouring into your job, your family, your kids, which is good, it's good to pour yourself into other people and to give other people love and attention. But if you're not refilling that cup, soon there's gonna be nothing left to give. And then the people you care about and the things you care about start to get neglected just as a result of you being empty. So fill your cup. And there are ways to do this. Really, the easiest way to refill your cup is to just do the shit that you love, man. And it could be anything. So for me, I filled my cup up with making these YouTube videos, writing in my journal with different colored pens, working with horses, being active, moving, doing something. I can't sit still, that's just me. But sometimes I also like to just play video games, and that's good for me too, in a sense. Find those things that you love. Explore things you've always been interested in, or say yes to that thing that your friend keeps asking you to come try, like yoga or Zumba or wine and paint night. I don't know. Give it a try. You might be surprised at what you find. This took me a long time to figure out. I forgot what it was in life that made me feel alive and what I had a zest for. If you also struggle with that, if you don't know, because you've just been in the I have to go to work, and you work long days and then you come home and you take care of your family or your dog, and you don't know what your passion is. Here's a tip. Think about you as a kid and what was it that you love to do, and really think about it. Whatever that is, pursue that. That is the core of who you are. Like for me, I was that weird ass horse girl who ran around neighing and galloping and painting, and I'm just an eccentric ass weirdo. I don't know what to tell you, but those are the things now as an adult that light up a fire in my soul and make me feel happy. When you do find what it is that fills your cup, pursue it intentionally, and don't beat yourself up if you don't know what it is yet. And if you do know what it is, don't beat yourself up if you can't do it as often as you would like. You know, right now I can't go frolic in a field with ponies because it's snowing outside and I have to wait a few months. And so I fill my time up with other stuff that makes me feel happy until I can do that particular activity. Just be gentle with yourself. Know that there are things in this world that do make you happy. Maybe you just haven't thought about it in a really long time. Okay guys, that is my little mental health video. My little tips on dealing with the hermit crab within, we're gonna call it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. Leave down in the comments what it is that you find help you when you're going into a hermit crab state. Everybody could benefit from anything. These are just things that help me. Give me some more. Tell me down below. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see me talk about more stuff, I guess. Like, come hang out. All right, guys. See you later in my next video, and love you. Don't forget to be a badass, and we'll see you later. Bye.